Okay, so let's have a vote what we're going to make. I'm doing a kids theme. My 3 products that we'll make today will all be centered around kids. And I love kids. So here's your choice. And we'll take a vote. We got, some 180 people back here in the balcony. So it's for the video. So let's take a vote. Would you rather we start with Cinnamon Toast Crunch ice cream?
Yay!
Or chocolate chip brownie cream ice?
Yay!
Okay, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch wins.
Yes, it's breakfast time.
Right. There are places in Manhattan that now they're called breakfast bars, and you walk in and they have all the different cereals, but what you're getting is not a bowl of milk with cereal, you're getting ice cream.
I used to go to a breakfast bar. It was a donut and a couple of shots of bourbon. Gave that up.
All right. Now, I've never made this before. Tony.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the last time we made this, when it got soggy because these pieces were left in the machine as these pieces. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to overcome that, and we're going to grind them into powder so that we can infuse it into the cream. We need the cream. All right.
I'll go get it.
And we're using a Ninja to do that because these 6 blades, ooh, I almost took his head off. These 6 blades are razor sharp. And you should, by the way, somebody told me, Rich, you told me these are on sale this week? $69. What you should do is go buy 5. I mean, 5. Because for the rest of your life, they don't break, but for the rest of your life, you're going to need them. And, okay, we'll get into that later. So I don't know how much to do, so we'll give it a shot. In order to infuse this, what we're going to need is powder. See? Useless.
Coach Mix.
Well, why aren't we getting any powder here?
Maybe you're not plugged in.
We're not?
I said maybe.
No, I'm plugged in. I plugged it in. Maybe I had too much product in here. Let's try it. What did I plug in? The scale?
Maybe. I guess so.
That's why my helper's with me.
I feel like I had to pay you guys for this.
You did.
That's right.
You did pay us for this.
Okay, so now we have power. Pretty cool. We have powder.
Kind of like graham crackers, isn't it?
Now we're going to use more because, as Steve reminded you, you never have enough flavor. Right, Steve?
Absolutely.
You gotta try my coffee recipe one day. It's based on the fact that if you're a tea drinker, you're never gonna buy my coffee ice cream. But if you're a coffee ice cream lover, mine will put hair on your spleen. It's so strong. It is great. You throw in some small chocolate chips, and you can make it decaf, so it doesn't keep you up for 4 days, and it's fantastic. You'll get all the business from Starbucks. They'll be coming over to get your ice cream. Or ices. Makes great ice, too.
Okay, we'll start with 2 boxes worth, and then we'll see how it goes. These are the big boxes. I've never been down the cereal aisle in my life until I bought this. Being as my love for kids.
I watched the video years ago.
I was much younger then.
You had to do a section. And you said that, hey, I'm never going to go Italian. But you were Italian nice. What made you go that way?
Well, no, I never sold Italian ice.
Yeah. You don't sell it now?
No.
What did I just hear?
You heard that he didn't believe in Italian ice, and now he's a firm believer in it.
Well, that's not entirely true.
That's absolutely true. He used to poo-poo my Italian ice. Saying words like, well, why would I want to sell a cheap product like Italian ice when I can get more money for ice cream? Because Italian ice is inexpensive, not cheap. It's inexpensive, and more people can afford it. So you deal on the volume.
No, the problem with Italian ice, it's a great product, and cream ice is a great product, but instead of 200 customers a day to retire on, you now need 600 customers a day because the perceived value of Italian ice is less than ice cream. Nobody's going to pay you $6 for an Italian ice.
No,
it's never going to happen.
You give me $2.50 and 1,000 customers, I'm happy
Correct.
as a
so
clam.
You need many more customers. That's my problem with Italian ice. You just need many more customers.
Okay.
No,
The product is fine.
I've never heard anybody in business say, gee, I don't want too many customers.
Okay, so this is...
I drank my
is,
own coffee this morning. I'm wired.
You bet you are. This is all ready to roll, huh?
Yes.
What's the serving temperature for cream ice?
Just about the same as Italian ice.
Yeah, 15.
15, 16 degrees. Any product that here's your dipping cabinet. It's wrapped in cold. These 4 corners are colder than the center. So if something is running a little soft, put it in the corner. You go into an ice cream parlor and you see the server scooping this ice cream nicely and struggling with this one. They don't understand that. The one they're struggling with should be in the center, and the easy to scoop ones like salted caramel, a lot of sugar in it, should be in the 4 corners. Now everything scoops equally. Yes?
You still face the same issues with if you had a dipping cabinet with the Italian ice and the cream ice, like kind of crystallized, like getting ice crystals on top, like you would ice cream.
Italian ice should be in a separate cabinet, unless you're going to use a lot of chemicals. And then, no, I don't have that problem because my feeling is Italian ice is a weather-dependent business. With the ice cream, you can make ice cream 2 weeks in advance if you wanted, and it'll be perfectly fine because it's frozen down to 10 below. Italian ice should be before you go to bed tonight, you look at the weather and you say, well, what's it going to be like for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Oh, it's going to be bright and sunny and 85 degrees. I'm going to make a lot of ice. I really want to turn it in 3 days. And the nice thing about it is if I don't turn it, I can put it back in the deep freeze.
Okay, first ingredient, the cream. This is the mix.
You saw he checked. You only have to do it a couple of times and stop cursing me before you get to the habit of check. Check that gate's closed.
How much cream is that?
Ooh, a whole bucket worth. This is a 12-quart machine. It's the same footprint as the machine you'll have, which is the 24. That's the standard of the industry. It's the same footprint. It looks exactly the same. The only difference is this, the size of the cylinder in there, which holds the stuff we're pouring in. This one holds 12 quarts, or has a 12-quart capacity. The other one is 24, and that's the one you'll have, whether you start with that one or go right to the 24. So now we have the cinnamon Cinnamon Toast Crunch. My goal with this is for it to taste like cereal. I mean, that's what you're doing with it, right? Okay, so let's pour this in here, see what happens.
Too cold? You sure? If you get cold, let me know. I can get you a golden retriever. You can just pick her up and she'll be happy to sit on your lap.
When you make a product, you fill that machine to capacity. You don't.
No, you can do half batches,
You can do half that?
Sure.
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's a big distinction in batch freezers. When I rate a machine 24 quart, it makes 24 quarts of product. When every other company who makes batch freezers rates their machine at 24 quart, they're taking that cylinder over there, and if they took it out of the machine and put it on the ground and filled it with water, they would say, okay, this cylinder holds 24 quarts, therefore it's a 24 quart machine. To sell you that machine as a 24 quart machine is a flat out lie. It'll never make more than about 16 or 17 quarts. But we do it the old-fashioned way, which is honest. We tell you it's a six quart machine. It makes 6 quarts. It's a 12 quart machine. It makes 12 quarts. A 24 quart makes 24 quarts. We're the only people who do that because it annoys them that they don't have any machines as large as us, and so they're going to, bend the truth by just saying, "Oh yeah, this thing. If I filled that 24 quart cylinder up with water, it would hold about 30 quarts." It is not a 30 quart machine. So that's important.
The reason I don't turn it off, as was mentioned earlier, is because since I've never made this, I want to taste it before I start it rolling so that we can adjust it if it needs something.
He does ice cream by taste. I do it by mathematics. If I can make a cherry ice, I can make a raspberry ice because I'm not changing anything except
When
for
in
the
fact,
flavor.
cherries will give you more flavor than raspberries. Whoa. I'm going to add a little more cream. The scientific method.
Yes.
Okay, we're ready to roll now. Cinnamon toast, and all the recipes are available. Steve, where?
At emerythompson.com, where you'll find these videos. Oh, his. I'm sorry. They're not available anywhere. You can't get them.
Well, there
You're
is
just
one
out of
place you
luck.
can get them.
And where would that be?
Well, I published a book.
Holy cow, it's a book. Wait a minute, I've seen this for $60, which I think is a real bargain. You got to give my people a better price.
You name it.
50.
You got it.
Free shipping.
You got it.
Free shipping if they pick it up today.
They pick
here
it
at
up
the building.
today.
At the building. There you go, $50 while we have them. That's incredible.
I only have 4, by the way.
These recipes, in all honesty, you can do the whole business around them. If you just had the flavors that were in here, you'd have a tremendous success. A little bit about Jeff that he won't tell you is, first, since he's obnoxious like me, he sat back in, I think, around 2008 in the back corner of this room.
Yep.
And sat there going, if he can do that, wait till you see what I can make. Actually, he said,
True.
if that idiot Steve Thompson can do this, imagine what I could do.
Well,
But I'm trying to clean it up.
actually, what I said was the first ice cream, I sat in the back corner, the first ice cream we were presented was Merlot chip. And I tasted it, and I left the room, called my wife, and I said, that's vile. I said, we can do a lot better than that. And here we are.
Yeah, he actually went and called his wife and said, hey, you know that new sound we were looking for? I hear it right here. What movie was that? Gosh, I can't remember. Not Back to the Future. I think it was. Anyway, Jeff's book is terrific. Jeff also has a lot of the people in the audience here today went to his class for the last 2 days, which is Ice Cream Boot Camp. I have over 38,000 customers in 171 countries. And I can assure you that almost all 38,000 of them, if you walk in and say, tell me how you make your ice cream, tell me what machine you use, where do you get your mix, they're going to throw you out. They're absolutely going to throw you out because it's their business, it's their secret, and it's so dead simple, they don't want you to know that it's that simple and that you're going to copy them. So any knowledge that you can gain anywhere is going to be helpful to you. Jeff's books, Jeff's class, my 411, our 411 how to make videos, which will go up by 6 more by next week, and we'll just keep doing more of them. This is how you
Until we get
learn how to
old.
do it.
Until we get old.
Well, my father lived to be 100, so that's going to be a long time. Some of these people will be retired before we are.
That's true. That's true. If they get into the business now.
Yeah, they'll be buying their own Caribbean island, and that's the end of it.
That's it.
Any questions? Real important questions.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I asked a question on, hey, I've got a CV350 and my door gets condensation on it. Why am I getting that condensation?
You're getting it because of the humidity in the air, and it is so cold. This will see. We're in controlled air right now, so we're not really that subject to much of the outside humidity. But if it's a humid day, that's going to frost up because there's so much cold in the barrel. It's going right to this metal door. If this door was made out of cheap plastic, it would only last 5 years instead of 100, and it wouldn't ice up. But the metal helps transfer even more cold to the product, and it does show up as being frosty.
Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
Question.
Change your voice, you know. Question. I have a question.
Hey, man, what's frozen lemonade?
Frozen lemonade is Italian ice in general purposes, but at Universal Studios, Disney, SeaWorld, Six Flags, they serve it using our machines or buying it from someone who uses our machines, and they ladle it into, it's like a thicker version of slush or Slurpee. It's thicker, but it's all natural, sugar, water, and lemon juice. That's what it's evolved to because I pretty much control the industry and I've got them using my formula. It originally started up in Rhode Island and they called it slush. It was not 7-Eleven slush, it was just called slush. We call it lemonade. But I told you about the sugar, the 8, 7, 6 pounds slush in Rhode Island or frozen lemonade with their formula is 5 pounds of sugar. It's an absolutely awful product. It has no taste to it. It has no value to me whatsoever, except I have to be nice about it because I sell a lot of machines for slush. You want to improve it? Take it up to 7 pounds. Now you're talking. Now you got a good product. And the beauty is it's sold in a big tall cup like this with a spoon, and it takes quite a while to eat it. Do I have time for a quick story?
Sure.
Universal Studios. I love those people. Anybody can get to talk to the president of Universal Studios if you've got a good idea. So they give me a lot of money to set them up in 1992, and they're still using the same 40-quart machines. 1992, I set them up in making frozen lemonade, and we were up in New York, so I figured, New York, the weather's terrible, I need a vacation. I call them up and I say, I need to come down and check on how things are going. So I flew back down, and I tasted my own product, and I said, all right, who put citric acid into my frozen lemonade? Citric acid makes it artificially tart. It'll also, if you use too much, it closes up your throat like this. It's awful stuff. If you want something tart, add more lemon. It's that easy. Anyway, they added citric acid. And I go, why'd you do it? And he goes, oh, it was the suits upstairs. They wanted it. And I said, well, why? He said, I can't explain it, but I can show you. So we go out to the park, and they know their park so well. It's amazing. It gives me goosebumps. It's so cool. Here's a father and a mother and a daughter, and they all buy a frozen lemonade, and they're here. And so we're going to follow them from a safe distance. So they're eating the frozen lemonade. They're eating the frozen lemonade. And they're walking through the park like this, And it's got citric acid in it, which is going to make you thirsty. You just finished this big drink, and it's making you thirsty. The second down to the step, when they finished that frozen lemonade, guess what? There's Budweiser, and there's Coke or Pepsi. So the child is getting the Coke and Pepsi, and so maybe mom, and dad's going over and getting the beer, because they're all thirsty. But they knew right down to the step when we would be finished, and they're going to sell us something else. It's incredible. It's like with you know, they have the magic wands, and they have the magic wands talking to you. The little kid's wearing a name tag, and it says Johnny. So they got a camera zoomed in on Johnny, and the character voice says, Johnny, over here, come here, pick me. And the kid picks up one of these, you know, $10 sticks or $20 sticks. No, not that one, this one. And he picks up another one. He goes, yeah, that's it, buy me. So his parents buy it for him. And the two cameras and the two teaming it, they think that the child gets away believing that the stick talked to him. It's great. You gotta love them. They know.
They know what they're doing.
They know marketing better than anybody in the world.
I've got another question. Different voice.
How surprised are we?
Hey, the Dole Whip. When I was in Hawaii, they had that Dole Whip, and my buddy, he died for it. He loved it, and my wife said, "Hey, we love this," and it was good. And you cursed Dole Whip.
Yeah, it's got a lot of chemicals in it.
Okay.
Let me put it this way: when Jeff was actually young once, you know, and when Jeff and I were young, our idea of making, let's see if I can bring one. I won't show it to you. Sort of. Our idea of making strawberry ice cream, and then the point is Dole Whip.
Not me.
The point of making strawberry ice cream was we would open up, this is called a number 10 tin. We would open up a number 10 tin filled with strawberries that you couldn't sell anywhere on earth because they were so low grade. They were the last of the batch, in a heavy corn syrup, not cane sugar, corn syrup, with red dye 40. And we'd pour out a quart of that, put in the machine, and that was strawberry ice cream. And it was good. We loved it. And I still like it. But times have changed. The millennial age group, there are 75 million of Jeff and me.
Feel the weight of this.
Baby boomers.
Feel the weight of this.
Whoa. That's beautiful.
Is that something? How heavy it is?
Yeah.
Shut her off.
We're going to serve this up, so I'll have to continue that later.
You can shut that, Steve.
But the idea is stay away from chemicals, because your market is going to be the millennials. They're in their 21 to 39. They're going to be your big market. If you're not targeting them, the rest of us will follow. You know, we'll come in anyway, and we're going to be better for it. I used to joke when organic was the thing. Organic's kind of gone. All natural is in. And I used to say, well, I'm going organic. I now put organic lettuce on my Big Mac. You know.